Every child in the village loved Christmas a lot, except for a girl named Cindy Lou who did not. Cindy Lou hated Christmas the whole winter season, but no one could blame her. The girl had her reasons. You see, Cindy used to live with her mom, Mary Lou, in the rough part of the village, just a family of two. But when Mary met Harry, their two became four, and then when they married, they added two more. Harry moved Cindy Lou and her mom to a nice neighborhood, where the houses looked the same and the food was no good. But it was safe, it was clean, it was life in the burbs, and little Cindy kept to herself, saying very few words. No one seemed to notice Cindy Lou's misery, because Mary and Harry were happy as could be. It was a storybook romance, like a movie you'd see. On a fluff network run by a card company, their home seemed like a place filled with comfort and laughter, where everyone smiled and lived happily ever after. But little Cindy Lou wasn't happy, not one little bit. This cozy life she was living, it just didn't fit. She hated Harry's lame jokes and her whiny twin brothers, but there was one she despised even more than the others. It was her stepsister Karen, a mean little hag, who for any reason at all would just nag. She complained about everything, every day, all day long, and heaven forbid if her coffee order was wrong. Harry picked up on the tension. It was as thick as the weather, so he hatched up a scheme to bring the family together. What if we left town? Wouldn't that be a thrill? I bet Christmas would look nice from the top of that hill. They all looked up at the mountain that loomed over the town. It was blindingly white from the snow that'd come down. "There's a monster on that mountain," muttered Cindy Lou. "A hideous green beast of pure evil straight through. He has yellow eyes and he lives in a cave with a hellhound named Max that he keeps as a slave. If you want to go up there, I'd wait till summer at least, 'cause Christmas is the time that the beast likes to feast. Our insides will get eaten, he'll bite off our heads. If we intrude on his mountain, we're all good as dead." "OMG, Cindy Lou," said her stepsister Karen, who had skinny legs and walked like a heron. "Why is everything that comes out of your mouth always bleak? For once could you try not to be such a freak? Not even a beast would eat you," she said with a glare. "He wouldn't want to cough up a furball of your trailer trash hair. I say we go up the mountain, Christmas here is so lame. That dumb song and hand-holding, it's always the same. Yahoo this, Dory that, oh how I hate that song. Let's just go up there now, it shouldn't take long. Besides, my followers need to see me living life on the go. I am an Instagram influencer, in case you didn't know." So Harry loaded up the minivan, they gassed up and they went to the cabin on the mountain where Christmas would be spent. The weather was rough and the road was quite slick, but they made it to the cabin and all settled in quick. The twins screamed and cried. Karen posted selfies online. Mary laughed at Harry's jokes. Everything seemed to be fine. That is, until the lights all went out and the front door opened wide, and a furry green paw took its first step inside. In the doorway stood the beast of which Cindy had spoke. He was as real as could be, and this was no joke. On his hind legs he stood, eyes yellow, fur green, the most terrifying sight any of them had ever seen. At his feet a Rottweiler bared his teeth as he growled, and a pool of drool puddled as it dripped from his jowls. "How dare you intrude on my mountain?" the beast asked. But no one said a word as the family stood silent, aghast. "Isn't it enough that you have the whole town to yourselves, with your warm little houses and your fully stocked shelves? Your village is lucky I stay on my mountain each year, and only feast on fools foolish enough to come here." The twin boys were the first to say anything at all. "He's ugly, make him leave," and they started to bawl. They whined and they cried and they whined, and the beast knew they'd be the first on which he would die. The beast couldn't take it, all their noise. He leapt across the room and scooped up the two boys. Like a snake, that green beast, he unhinged his jaw and dropped both of those boys into his wide-open maw. With a gulp and a belch, the twins were no more, and the family knew the beast beast had more terror in store. Harry screamed for the children to run to the back door, but they all stood in place as if glued to the floor. "Leaving so soon?" snarled the evil green creature. "That was the opening act. Please stay for the feature." He crouched down on his haunches and sprang straight ahead, and lifted Harry by his shoulders and bit off his head. "Everyone for themselves," shouted out Mary Lou, as she ran right past Karen and Cindy Lou too, and seeing her cowardice, the beast knew what he'd do. With a swipe of his claw, he split Mary in two. The cabin was covered in blood splatters and stains, and the beast grinned as he stared at the girls who remained. "So which of you is next?" the beast asked Cindy Lou. "Should I feed her to Max, or should it be you?" Cindy Lou shrugged her shoulders, nonchalant as could be. "Would you mind killing her first? It's something I'd like to see." Karen gasped in disbelief. "You're the worst, Cindy Lou. Get that dog away from me. I'll call my lawyer. I'll sue." The beast smiled. "Go ahead, Max. This Karen is all yours." Max let out a howl and bared down on all fours. He leapt right at Karen and dug his teeth in her neck. She flailed and gurgled blood as she was dragged to the deck, and in the moonlight Max feasted on Karen's insides, while Cindy Lou gawked and stared mesmerized. But she straightened right up, determined to make it appear that she too was a monster that did not feel fear. "Any last words, little girl?" the beast asked with a grin. "Just a little advice," said Cindy Lou, scratching her chin. "You're a mean one, Mr. Beast, of that there's no doubt. But after you swallowed my brothers, you should have spat their bones out. And this massacre could have been so much more scary if you'd waited a bit longer before you killed Harry. You should have forced him to watch his family get slaughtered, or at least the part where your dog ate his horrible daughter. And when my mother tried to run and you split her in two, you should have gone down, not across. At least, that's what I'd do. Cut in half head to toe would have been so much more shocking. I'd have passed out if you did instead of standing here talking. But I suppose now it's time for me to meet my demise." And she looked at the beast with her big vacant eyes. The beast retracted his claws, and he stared for a while, and he thought of an idea so vicious and vile. "Come with me, little girl, we have work to do. We'll flesh out your evil, I'll make a beast of you too." With that, it was over. The slaughter had ceased. Cindy reached out her hand and took the paw of the beast. Legend has it that Cindy Lou's heart shrank 3 sizes that day, and the beast went back to his cave with a new protege.